And I'd never been on a farm, never in my life been on a farm. And if I had been, I didn't know I was on one. And so the guy said, "Do y'all want to go milk the cow?" I said, "Absolutely." And so I still remember how to milk a cow. You have to do your finger, something like that, and pull on
the udder.
That's it. And that's how you look at me. How crazy
I'm just saying, how you get on that nip? You got to get on the nip like that.
Yeah, like that right
just
there.
Right on down on that nip.
I don't think I stayed at the same house.
You didn't.
Well, hello, and welcome to yet another episode of the ever-growing and ever-famous Coffee and Ketchup podcast, episode number 24.
It's crazy.
24. Just think, Derek, if we'd have done this once a month instead of once a week, we'd have got through 2 years worth of stuff by now. You know? We would have had a lot less stuff to come up with.
Kind of appealing.
I'm not gonna lie, there's some Sundays I'm sitting around like, dang,
Y'all want to renegotiate your contracts?
Yeah, we may need to.
Yeah, I'm mad. I signed up for a year now. I just negotiate halfway through.
I'm ready to sit back down.
Thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in yet again. Glad you chose to download us or pull us up on the tube and give us a listen. We've got a special day coming up this week. Thanksgiving and the holiday season is upon us. Y'all got y'all's Christmas shopping done yet? I can't. That's pretty good for a concrete baby. That's what a turkey sounds like, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what one sounds like.
I thought you was going to shoot me for a minute.
Yeah, I do have my Christmas shopping done.
Do you really?
Finished it up last night.
He does not.
I bought both my kids a book, and that's it.
Tough, Derek. I hate to hear it, brother. It's going to be a little skimp under that tree from Brian for you. It's like,
that's okay.
Goodness gracious.
They were like, "Can we get this book?" We were at Barnes & Nobles in Athens, and I was like, sure. Then Christian was like, "You can take it out of my Christmas." I was like, "Thank God." Because that's exactly what I was thinking. So
that's what's going to happen anyways. I'm glad you're okay with it.
At least he's not opening up pictures of eating a candy apple.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's going to love it.
It's what she's always wanted.
She's going to enjoy it once again.
It's what she's always
He's taking
wanted.
the cost of the picture from Walgreens out of her allowance.
Yeah. Cost me 17 cents to have that reprinted now. You know I love you.
Have you ever heard the steam whistle from the VA? Probably not.
Probably not from that specific place. No.
You don't.
I've definitely heard like a steam whistle. I don't know.
Like a steam whistle,
like a train whistle.
But not a train. This is a steam whistle that blows every morning at 8 a.m.
And every afternoon.
Every afternoon at 4:30.
Yeah. It's like the clock in, clock out type old mining.
It is the standardized bell or whistle, if you will, that it's time to start your workday.
Yep.
Or time to end your workday at the Veterans Administration here in Dublin. Let me tell you something. You can hear it here in the house.
Easily.
Very easily.
Okay.
And Quentin's place, which is a detox facility on the VA, I've been a patient there.
Have you?
A whole bunch of times.
Have you now?
Yeah. I cannot tell you how many times I have laid in a bed over there at Quentin's place, hating life and wondering, what am I going to do with my life? And then that whistle would blow. And that was always like the constant reminder of where my life was back then. That sound, you know how smells and and songs can take you back to that whistle has always brought me back. And now I don't think I love hardly anything anymore than hearing that whistle.
Really?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like a lot of times I'll be at Chick-fil-A at 8 o'clock in the morning and I'll hear it and I'll think about, I'm so grateful in life right now, and it is amazing. I figured it was a steam whistle because I'm kind of smart, but I did not know that they manually do it every day.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know
They
that.
manually do that every day at 8 in the morning and at 4:30 in the afternoon during the week, except on holidays. There's a guy that walks up a ladder, releases the valve, and the steam comes out, and it whistles, and then he closes the valve back.
How long does he let it do it? 30 seconds?
I would think
That's a
maybe
long whistle.
I would think maybe 15 to 20.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
I know it's long.
It was a great question. I wish I had known to ask him that.
Interesting.
So did you meet this gentleman?
I didn't, but I called him.
Huh.
Wow.
I
okay.
did. I called him.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my research.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, I did. I called the VA. Got a lady on the phone. I said, I got a silly question. I'm not joking. I want to ask you a question. Obviously, you are familiar with the whistle out there. And she said, of course. And I said, well, what can you tell me about it? She said, I can connect you to the steam whistle room or whatever it's called.
So we actually have a guy for that.
Yeah, and she actually sent my call to his phone, and he answered, and we had about a 5-minute conversation about
Well, he ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Hell, he rings a
Twice-
whistle twice a day.
As soon as the phone started ringing, I started. Actually, I'm never here at 4:30, so like I don't hear it in the afternoon. So I only knew it went off at 8 in the morning. And so when he gets on the phone, he's like, yeah, every morning we manually release that valve at 8 in the morning, and also at 4:30. I immediately looked at my clock, and I was like, oh God, he's gonna have to let me go. I'm finna get some guys some overtime because he's on the phone.
He's gonna miss his 4:30 clock in.
He's gonna miss it. 4:30 clock out, man. So
Was he
I'm
excited?
in the OT. No, he was a really cool guy though.
You think like he just like loves the steam whistle and he was just excited to talk about it? It's an interesting job.
It's probably not a conversation he has too often.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So to have someone interested on the phone, I was that close to asking him, could I come out and take a tour?
You should have.
And
You should have.
release
That would have been
it.
interesting.
I'll call him back tomorrow.
Do it.
I will.
I'm going to say that he's probably going to say you can't.
Why, Nancy? Good God.
I'm just giving my opinion.
You got your brother's hopes and dreams over here about blowing this steam whistle. Derek's just like, that ain't going to happen.
Sorry, judges, try again. Maybe
And
that's,
survey says.
I'll try. All he can say is no.
You said that, how you love to hear that noise now.
I love it.
You know what I thought of whenever you said that?
What?
How I absolutely love, and I can almost do it in my mind right now. Pulling up to a red light, the 4-lane road, window down just a little bit,
Where is it going?
I got to get there with him.
and the person
Hold my hand there.
beside, I roll down my passenger side window.
Okay. All right.
I'm in the left lane.
All right.
There's a car in the right lane.
Okay. Creeping up on me?
All of a sudden, I see smoke coming out their window, and it's not a vape.
And what they say?
It's a cigarette. And I
Did you
just-
roll your window down?
It's already down. That's why I eased
Are
up
you
beside
smoking
him.
or they're smoking?
No, they're smoking.
They're smoking.
Yeah,
He's
I'm just
smoking vicariously.
smelling it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And you can smell it. And then what?
That's it. I'm just hoping the light stays red longer.
I think it's broke. We're just going to have to sit here for the rest of the day. I don't know what to tell you. Light up another one, hell.
So I can smell it longer. I don't want to smell it on you, but I love to smell it burning when I'm.
Listen, I know somebody else who's like that.
That is all.
And that's good. I know somebody else who's like that too, is an ex-smoker and just doesn't like it on the clothes or nothing like that. But when somebody's actively smoking a cigarette,
Yeah.
Like they don't want to smoke one, but they love to when it's
but they're
burning.
hanging around the people that do.
I'm that way too, bro.
Really?
Yes.
You can't
Which is weird because for
stand
those who
About
don't
weed.
know,
Oh, okay.
Every time we hit Atlanta, bro, I'm like, and I do. I make no bones about it. I love the way it smells.
Yeah.
I'm not about
Yeah.
to go hit it because I don't love the way it has me acting
Yeah.
and the consequences that come from all that behavior. But I do. I love the way it smells, man. Funny, man. I didn't know
Anyway,
where you were going.
That's where my mind went when you said, I just love the sound of that. I'm going, and I love the smell of a Marlboro
burning slowly.
slowly.
as the man takes a
Hey,
puff.
Chief, blow that over here in this car, Chief. Come on. Listen now, Bubba.
He's hoping the guy's car will break down so he has to give him a ride. No, brother, I got you.
No.
I got AAA, mister. That's okay,
That's
brother.
all right, brother. Come on.
Get on in.
What you say? You need to go to Savannah real quick? I got you.
I'll drive you down there.
That's right.
Drive you down there to Paul's Tire.
Make sure you got a full pack.
I know Tyler. Hey, wait a minute. I do got a lighter. Pulled into the friendly Gus at the window. Can I help you? Let me get what you smoking, man. Sir, you don't have to buy me a pack of cigarettes. You're already giving me a ride. It's my pleasure.
Don't worry about it. Smoke another one.
Matter of fact, light the new one off the old one.
Just keep it burning. Keep it burning.
When you when you had me my eyes closed at the red light and the car pulling up, I thought you were about to say the guy in the other car says, "Will it run?"
I thought it was going to be more like, oh my God, are you Derek Lamar?
I guarantee you he encounters that way more than he's willing to come home and tell me about.
Yeah.
I
got my stomach hurting.
guarantee you, dude. That man will not. Oh, God. Man.
Anyway,
Fond memories of Thanksgiving, though.
Fond memories of Thanksgiving. Oh, man.
You know what I hated about Thanksgiving?
What was that?
I used to be a very, very picky eater. Very picky eater. And I hated that all the fast food restaurants were closed on Thanksgiving.
That's so sad.
it was.
It is
That
the
is
truth,
so
man.
sad.
Because he didn't eat any.
I didn't eat any of that stuff. I'd try to fill up on deviled eggs, cuz.
That's so sad.
It's about when I was like 16, 17.
Brother, that's a grown man.
I know.
It's really not.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Agree.
All right, so the next...
I was cooking wilder stuff than that.
So
at
the
like
next
12.
time I'm squared up with a 16-year-old, I don't want to hear your... I don't want to hear
Brian,
your
that's a
crap.
child.
That's a child.
No, it's not.
You said it's a grown man, episode
Yeah.
24. Pull it up.
Oh my God.
That's terrible. That's sad. We always went in. We would do Thanksgiving. My parents would always. We had family in Melbourne, Florida, which is like an hour
Yep.
south of Orlando.
Yep, sure
So
is.
every year, and I didn't even realize this till I got clean. So like every year, this would be our thing. We got a week off of school for Thanksgiving. We would take off like Sunday. We would go stay at some Airbnb, whatever they used to be called back then. And we would go to.
It's an hotel. He beat me to it.
They were a little bit nicer than that. It was like houses. You know, we stayed in a couple hotels, but we would go, and we would do a different theme park every year. Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, whatever, and we would do that for like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, go down to my aunt's house Wednesday night, do Thanksgiving, and Friday, blah, 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 and then come back. And we did that like every Thanksgiving growing up, right? Never really thought too much about it. And then I go to Disney for my honeymoon and realize what that crap costs.
Oh, yeah.
Then I called my mom up and I was just like, y'all don't know, I was never grateful.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. I don't know how you did it.
I don't know how.
That
I
stuff
don't.
is expensive.
I can relate, bro. I don't know how our mom did it either.
But yeah, man, we did it up for Thanksgiving, especially with the meal. We come, if you haven't been able to tell, my family's a lot like me. We can eat, we can throw down, and we do. And none of us in my immediate family, none of the five of us, have ever really said no to trying anything. We've never had a period where like, oh, I don't want no ham or mac and cheese. Give me a McDonald's burger. And like, no. No, we've always been pretty adventurous in the food category, and we do it up. We do it up. Looking forward to it.
Derek ate pretty good.
Yeah, they ain't all right.
I don't like the word finicky because that's what I was called. I was a finicky eater. I didn't know what it meant for the longest time. Picky, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Real picky, real little touchy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, doggone, we'd go to the S&S cafeteria in Macon, like we'd go school shopping or
I used
something
to
like
work
that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I used to work there.
Mama would go by McDonald's first.
God, you're so spoiled, man.
I'd bust up in the S&S or Morrison's
Like a bag of
with
McDonald's.
a bag of McDonald's, 2 cheeseburgers and a fry.
And they wasn't going to say nothing to her baby either.
No, I've been sharing snap on them.
In a minute.
Ripping.
In a
Especially back whenever he was younger.
minute. Yeah, when I was, yeah. Did I ever tell you about the time my mom would? We'd go on these trips with the youth group at church, and there'd be chaperones that would go, and I was always just full speed because I was wild, but I wasn't wild like bad wild. I just was very energetic and probably ADD and all that good stuff. And this is when I was like 13, 14, young in the youth group, like 8th grade, whatever, 9th grade. And we'd come back. It would never fail. We'd come back from a trip, like we'd be overnight, or we might be going skiing or something. We'd be going like 3 nights, and we'd get back, and it never failed. There'd be at least one chaperone adult that would go to my mom and say, "Oh, we had the most fun with Brian. He's so funny, blah, blah, blah. If you ever want to adopt him out, let me know. I want to be first in line." And my mom was like, "No, that's my baby," and all that. That woman looked at me one time and she said, "Do you remember any of those folks that wanted to adopt you when you were a kid? I'm ready to call them." And I
changed my mind.
I was just like, "Mama,
is the offer still good?"
Oh gosh.
Yeah, she put that on me.
Were you just as good at the house, or was that like a going out in public type thing?
What do you mean good at the house?
Well, like, so definitely, like growing up in my house, you can get in some trouble at the house. You might act a little rambunctious, but whenever you went out to represent my parents as children at a sleepover or something like that, consequences went way high.
Yeah.
Like you was on your best behavior.
Yeah.
So were you like that all the time? Were you just always a good kid? Is that what you want to get rid of, or were you
No,
just much better?
I think
out in public?
I think at the house I was balls to the wall because
That's true. It's Derek.
Because I was the best. Yeah, let him answer.
How was he at the house, Derek?
Me and him we were tight. We were tight.
Very.
We're tight.
Yeah, we was tight.
All 3 of us.
We fought all the time, but we were tight. It was always
there's-
2-on-1.
There's two years between y'all,
And 2 years between him and Kevin.
so 4 from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how much difference there is between me and my brothers. I think my
man.
younger brothers My younger brothers are like right at 2 years apart.
Okay.
And I don't know how old. I don't know, 30 and no, they got to be older than 30 and 29. That'd be like 6 or 7 years. I don't know, man. Maybe 4 years, 4 to 5 years. I don't know.
That's
Less than 30
that's your
years, more than a
homework.
year.
That's your homework over Thanksgiving.
Go
Just find out
investigate.
how old,
Find out
your
how old my
brothers are.
family members
Yeah.
are.
Let's do that.
Watch
no
this.
idea.
I watch this. Keith, send me a message, man.
That's Keith's #1 fan right there.
Yes, sir.
Can do no wrong.
Yes, sir.
Can do no wrong.
Hey, don't worry. I'll answer your question later on, Derek.
Yeah, Brian's,
Keith will
I'm
holler
surprised
at me.
Brian doesn't already know.
Yeah, Keith will holler at
What do
me,
you
don't
mean?
worry.
Keith just turned 32.
On the 7th of March, Chris.
I got him this.
Hey, don't think I won't.
Man.
I think but answer your question, I do remember going, I do remember that I did have to hold that higher standard like
Yeah,
you were talking about,
absolutely.
because Mama was going to skin that tail if she had to now.
Over with.
But when we went out, like, for like, getaways and stuff like that, man, I just lost my mind. It was just, and it was never, like, anything bad, but it was just fun. Everything fun, everything funny. I was just
Yeah,
like,
you're just excited all the time.
I think I fed off the adrenaline or whatever, the excitement that something new. I was going to a new place. We might be in a new state. Because we went everywhere growing up in church, man. We went everywhere.
Yeah.
We went on choir tour one year, and we were staying at people's houses at the church. You remember that? Yeah. And I'd never been on a farm. Never in my life been on a farm. And if I had been, I didn't know I was on one. And so the guy said, "Do y'all want to go milk the cow?" I said, "Absolutely." And so I still remember how to milk a cow. You have to do your finger, something like that, and pull on
The udder.
That's it. And that's how you look at me. How crazy it is.
I'm just saying, how you get on that nip?
Right there.
You got to get on the nip like that.
Yeah, like that right
Just
there.
right on
And then
down
you
on that
kinda-
nip.
kinda-
You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
think I stayed at the same house.
You didn't. You
You don't
didn't.
remember this trip there?
You didn't.
Man.
And I was kind of like nervous because I had never done this before. And I looked up at the guy and I was just trying to make conversation. And I said, "Is this a girl or a guy, Cal?"
No, you didn't.
On God.
I believe that. I believe it.
On God.
He looked back down at Brian and was just like, "Don't look at me while you're touching that nip, weirdo."
I ain't gonna tell you what the answer was.
Yeah. Hey, listen, ain't no telling.
I
boy.
swear I asked like cause all cows are female, right?
I don't know. You have to ask my wife that kind of. I guess. I think so.
I
think so.
didn't realize that.
Males are bulls and females are cows, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Look at Derek go. Derek's so happy right now. He knows something that you and I didn't know.
He's lying.
Look
He
at
has
him
no
go.
idea. He's just agreeing.
No, he's sure.
I am pretty
He's sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Listen.
And I asked the man that. He's like, you better hope that wasn't a girl. I didn't get the
Might
joke
have got you a
back
new
then.
friend,
I
you know
didn't
what I
get
mean?
the joke back then. Yeah, we did.
Took
tell
that bull home with him.
We did tell that all.
I'm gonna call about this tree.
I'm coming. Coming. Butt crack plumbing.
I'm looking for the tree service.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Timber tree service.
I was seeing if you can come look at a tree for me next week.
I could squeeze you in, man. I think I could squeeze you in.
Poor Peyton. Don't get tricked like Peyton. Call someone you can trust, like Buckeye Preferred Services. Over 35 years in the industry of tree work and removal, they are cutting out your problems, and you can reach them at 478-484-2178 or 478-278-5574. Also, we have got our black t-shirts in stock if you would like one, or if you like the advertising that we just did and would like to learn how you can advertise on our channel, you can reach us at coffeeandcatchuppc at gmail.com. Now, back to the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Shelly used to show cows in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
4-H.
Oh, she country as they get.
4-H.
Yeah,
that's what I was
4-H,
gonna
and she
say,
used to
yeah,
go to
yeah.
shows with Jones County.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever we went to the fair this year, we had to run through, see if she recognized
course.
anybody. Oh my God, it's Bessie Lou from whatever. You know what I mean?
She got third place back in 2007.
I'm telling you, she knows all about it. We'll just go by random cows, and she's like, oh, those are horny toed cows. I don't know. It starts with an H. No, I just don't know. She's gonna
Hemoglobin.
yeah, hemoglobin cows. You know what I mean? Or Hofstetter.
That's it.
A Hofstetter
Hofstetter.
and there's like dairy cows, Hofstetters.
There's some
Angus.
people that are watching this right now. They're going, y'all got to be kidding me.
Stephanie's gonna be like, what the hell is that dude talking about?
Then they're doing this. They're going, you got to be kidding me.
Go here. Back that up right there.
Yeah,
Back that up.
rewind that up.
Back that up. Rewind
Clean
that.
it!
Rewind that.
Come listen to this country boy.
Listen to
this
these
concrete
dumb
baby.
sons.
Listen to this concrete baby on this podcast. I can't believe Derek Lamar even hang out with some fools like that, boy. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, man.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Tell
Swirls,
Tammy,
there's
tell Tammy
swirls,
Lynn to
too.
come on in here.
There's swirls, too. Those are the ones that are black and white.
Well, those are the ones that make chocolate milk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think you milk them the same way. It's just chocolate.
Yep.
Like this.
That's how I did it, bro.
I believe you. I've never been close
It was
enough
white
to
milk,
a
though,
cow.
and we
That's
drank it. Not that particular, out of that particular
Udder.
udder. But it was probably out of that udder, but not out of that pail that I had actually done. But we drank real milk. It was, man, it was good. Tasty. And then we had, like, real eggs, not fake eggs. What are you laughing at, dude? I'm reminiscing right now.
Care to share that?
Oh, no. I'm good, man.
Hey, my friends, they got to stay with this rich guy.
I'm waiting on him to talk about, next thing you know, we was having fresh sausage. They done killed one of their hogs.
We butchered it right there in front of us. Just a young, youthful church choir. Let me show you how to butcher this hog now. Yeah.
Everything that and then he was like, which one of y'all want to come down to the steel? And I didn't know what he was talking about. I'm lying. I'm not gonna go down that line. I'm not gonna go down that line.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna act like he
yeah.
had a moonshine still.
He did.
Yeah, I mean, he probably did, but
He
anyway.
didn't tell me about it.
Right.
No, you said one of your friends stay with a rich.
Yeah, they stayed with a rich guy, and he had told him on the way home from the church that he was going to let him go swimming because he had like this really nice pool out back. And so whenever they got to his house, they were like changing to go swimming, and they were nervous because it had been lightning. And so he came back there or whatever, how it happened, and they were like, I don't know if we need to go swimming because it's been lightning. And he said, no, I just heard y'all sing. Y'all pretty good. If something happens, I know where y'all going.
No, he did not.
Yes. Yes. He said, y'all jump on in. It's okay. If y'all get struck by lightning and die, I'm pretty sure y'all going to heaven.
You just seen him a little bit earlier than you wanted to.
I heard y'all's
Lord
voices.
mercy.
Y'all sound
Oh,
like
my
angels.
gosh.
That's a true story.
That's funny.
Golly.
That's a true story. You gotta think. It's probably 35 years ago.
That is funny.
I was just being born.
And I remember that. I remember them telling
was
us about
88.
that. Yep.
Hey, listen, we were talking about, this is in real time now. We were just talking about Thanksgiving and how my family's like off the wall crazy, right? What would y'all consider to be Thanksgiving pies?
Pecan.
Sure.
Maybe pumpkin.
Sure. Absolutely. Anything?
What is the sweet potato?
Sweet potato, absolutely. One of my favorites. Good call. Good call. Buttermilk custard, maybe. Sure. And maybe classic apple. You know, any of those would be.
The only one I like out of all that right there, I believe, is pecan, though.
Hey, very well, maybe. But all those you would consider like traditional Thanksgiving
Of course.
pies, right? So in the family chat, who put this? This is my family chat.
Don't say nothing bad about him.
I'm not sure who put it in here, but probably Keith did.
I knew it.
Yeah. It says, which pie do you want for Thanksgiving? These are your three choices. You can vote on them, right? There's three more options. Hold on a second.
So you might.
We've got Bananas Foster's cream pie, Mexican chocolate mousse pie, cherry pie with black and white lattice.
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 is
It's
that
like the
lattice?
wood stuff you put up around the house.
Okay.
Yeah, Randy tried them. Berry buckwheat pie with lemon drizzle. Salted coffee shoe fly pie, and coconut custard pie. So that's what my family's got going on. This is what my family's got going on for a nice traditional thing.
I love it.
You know, hey, it's gonna be. I promise you, it'll be delicious.
Guarantee.
Promise you, it'll be delicious.
I'm going with the one with the lattice work in it.
Absolutely. You know, a little bit of wood on there would be good for you.
That's interesting.
It's definitely weird. It's okay. You can say it's
different.
weird.
It's
It's
different.
definitely yeah. No, I've been weird my whole life, Derek. It's okay.
That's right.
It's okay.
Take a to-go box with you, so Keith's gonna send me a piece.
Because you know he will.
I know this comes out. This will come out right before Thanksgiving too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're like, make sure you got Brian's box.
Yeah.
got
You
Brian's
know
box?
he will.
I know he will.
Yeah.
Because he listen. When it comes out at 12 o'clock, he's messaging me about it at like 12:30.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Keith's that guy, bro.
That's good.
Yeah, he'll answer questions we ask and all kind of stuff. He's texting me about it as it's playing. Looks at it as soon as it drops.
You know what's been disappointing lately?
What is that, Brian?
DoorDash.
DoorDash. Now, for those who don't know, explain to us what DoorDash is.
DoorDash is. Look at that. It just popped up. DoorDash notification.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You gonna go make you some money?
No, I'm not.
What?
Because DoorDash has fallen off, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's fallen off.
That was the lick there for a minute. I remember when you
dude.
first started.
Oh, listen, man. When I first moved in over here last year, I got to conversing with Derek's son about it. He's up in college, and some of his buddies, they'll do it, here and there. And so I just got real interested. And I'm obsessive about stuff, so I got, man, you might not know that about me, Chris, but I got real obsessed with it, man. And I started, it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun. I was in my car. I could listen to podcasts, Of course, Coffee and Ketchup was just a dream back then, but I listened to a lot of Joe Rogan, a lot of Theo Vaughn. Watched a lot of Hawks games in the car, listening to them, and had a lot of fun, man. And I kind of had this I don't want to say standard, but I had this criteria, I guess, if an order was going to pay. Because they'll send, what it is they'll okay, if you go on the app and you order food from Chick-fil-A or whatever, and you want it delivered, you're going to have that option to have it DoorDash to your house. you're going to pay a certain fee for the DoorDash, and then you're also going to be include a tip, and then for your food. Well, DoorDash pays the driver, which is me in this situation, a certain percentage or a certain amount, and then your tip 100% goes to me. And then I know immediately once that order comes in how far you are away from me.
Sure.
Okay? So my thing was always, if it's going to be worth my while and if I'm going to accept it or not, I will go with, if you're 5 miles away, I'm not going to take anything less than $5. That's just kind of what I came up with. I thought that was fair for myself. I'm paying for my own gas and wear and tear in the car and all that good stuff. So back then, especially Friday, Saturday nights, and mostly on Sundays as well, on the weekends, I guess after people get paid, they're more willing to tip more. They're willing they're willing to order more.
Well, they got it.
Yeah, they got it. And so I would be taking orders, man, that were 5-6 miles away for $7-8. Some of them 10. I've taken some that were paying 3 times the mileage, and it was well worth it. Now I've turned it on a few times. I've drastically stopped doing it, but I turned it on like 2 days ago maybe. And people are really expecting you to drive 10 miles and you're going to make $2.
Dang.
From a time standpoint, it doesn't seem worth it.
It's not.
Not even factor in like wear and tear and gas and all that kind of stuff.
It's
Just
time itself.
yeah.
Because if you're going that far out, guess what you got to do? You got to come that far back.
Yeah.
in.
It's 20 miles.
It is. It's 20 miles.
Round trip, yeah.
And if you're going 10 miles out, I guarantee you're being taken away from that zone that's the Dublin zone. And once you go into Rents or Dexter or out that way, Cadwell area, you're way out the zone, man. You got to get all the way back to 441 and I-16 before you're back in that zone. So anyway, yeah, it's sad, man, because that was a really good little side hustle for me and a lot of people.
You were, because you weren't here much. You
active.
You were gone all
I was
the time.
active.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, I do like to come home and play Xbox a lot more now. My daughter gave me a big screen TV that I put down here in the man cave, and it's partly a studio. And I do like to come down and play now, but there's a lot of times on Friday night where I'll come home from my real job and get back to Dublin about 5:30, 6 o'clock and flip the app on, and I'll sit out there for like an hour waiting on something to come through, and it's been crazy, man. Customer service is, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going out, going to different restaurants and meeting different people, and you'd be surprised of how many people at fast food restaurants and even other restaurants, Applebee's and other places like that, actually started learning me and how I was and who I was and kind of cutting up with me. And several of them watch the podcast and follow the podcast because I was always handing out cards since we started the podcast and all that. But yeah, it's just wild, man. It's wild. But I tell you who has the best customer service. Take a guess. Who you think it is?
This is going to be somewhere you DoorDashed before, and it was just.
Could be a trick question, Chris.
Oh man.
I would think it'd be my pleasure.
You would think.
You, Brian, you've got the best customer
Thank
service.
you, Chris. Thank you. There's a lot of people out there that would say that.
Yeah.
And Derek went with Chick-fil-A.
You just don't care, Brian.
Chick-fil-A second.
He's that guy that's trying to give you $2 for 10 miles.
That's right. No, I'm the one not doing it at all.
Yeah, I've never, ever DoorDashed or even really thought about it, which is weird because I will get my pizza delivered, especially like if Shelly's at work, I'm on my bike, getting Domino's, whatever, I'll have that delivered. But when it comes to, I guess, anything else, I just feel like it's weird, and I've never done it. I've never DoorDashed or Grubhub.
It's convenient. And again, I'm not casting stones.
Yeah, it
Somebody
is.
can afford to do it. It's convenient if you're at work.
Sure.
And you can't go out. You got 30 minutes, DoorDash it. I mean, that makes sense to me.
Or
No,
if you're,
the idea is great. It's a great
yeah,
idea.
yeah, it is. It is.
You know, a third-party delivery service for whatever. You know,
Yeah.
And it's
and it is for what? It's not just for restaurants. It is for
Yeah.
Dollar General.
Yeah.
And that's good for
Walgreens.
folks that can't get out.
That's exactly right.
No, it's a great service. I hate that it's not paying quite as much, but
Yeah, and I some of it could be they've changed a lot of stuff. Man, there's a lot of things that can be done. Just like TikTok and Facebook and all, they can get the algorithms and they can go and they know what you're up to, what you're talking about, what you want to do, and what you want to see and all that. So they more than likely know that I'm not going to accept every order coming across. So I'm sure they probably disperse them orders to other drivers because I've not been so active. At one time I was in this area. I was one of the
Elite.
well, however they worded, I forget how they worded it.
It was
Top dasher, if you will. And
We will. We will. Lord mercy.
I'll tell
So
you,
who's number one?
I'll tell you who's got the best customer service, hands down.
I'm dying.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I'm 3. And there we go.
Check it out.
You had me sucked in. So.
God, Dave.
Who else?
What a horrible lead
Who else
to the next one.
Who else can come? I told you I was gonna tie it in.
Yeah,
Who
that's
else?
the worst ever.
Who else?
Who else?
Can you be on the run from the law, hiding out in your house? We talked about it last episode. What was the guy's name?
Was it Yates or Johnny Yates or something? Let's say Johnny Yates. Dog, I'm not here, dog. Dog,
Johnny Yates
not
does
here. Johnny
not
Yates
live
is not here, dog.
But this guy comes to your house.
You gonna be okay? Holy crap!
Listen,
Oh my god!
check it out, bro.
I'm gonna call 911 on there. Holy crap!
Not only does he come to your house, he brings the whole family.
Yeah, he's got everybody with
It's
him.
a family affair, right? He does not come with guns, so you don't have to worry
you're not gonna
about
get
getting
shot
shot
and dying.
accidentally.
No.
You know, there's not going to be no rage issue going, and he pulls the trigger. He's coming with a can of hairspray and a doggone pepper gun.
Yeah.
It looks like an assault rifle.
Yeah.
He's gonna kick your front door in. Okay? Push your grandmama on the ground in her living room because she's aiding and abetting a fugitive from Dog the Bounty Hunter. And then he's going.
To use a Zippo to light up a cigarette.
That's the best part of that.
That's
Every
what I'm
single one of
getting to. He's going to dog cuss you like you stole from his baby. And he's going to dog cuss you, treat you like the biggest piece of garbage,
Yeah.
get you in the back of his Tahoe, and then he's going to say, "You want a cigarette, brother?" That is customer service, bro. That. He does. He's just like, Bethy, slow down. He wants to smoke one.
Bear Mason Beth.
Oh gosh.
You want a cigarette, brother?
Listen, he does.
He does.
Because he
Every
would,
episode.
he would like dog
Dog
him
him,
out.
bro.
You piece, you're worthless.
Yeah.
You piece of garbage.
Get it, Leland.
And then you finally get them all. Hey man, you're not really. You want a cigarette, bro? You're not really a bad guy. You just need Jesus.
He's
you know what
coming
I'm
out
saying?
the back,
Hey, look,
Dwayne Lee.
Can we pray for you real quick? I was just like, what?
I mean, have his
He
face
was the
in
scum
ground.
of the earth 30
Yeah,
seconds
boy.
ago.
Yeah, that ice gonna kill you, boy. And then he gets you up and you're zip tied in the back, and he's like, "How long you been doing ice, brother?" What, bro? I got road rash on the side of my face where you were rubbing me in the gravel, and now I'm your brother, and you're letting me smoke one of your Marlboros.
Yeah, man. Get you one. Smoke it down good.
That's customer
Hold on. Let me
service.
pull up the Derek real quick. Let me smoke that one.
That's customer service. Beth, let your window down. That looks like Derek's truck.
Listen, you need to show your. You need to show. Have you ever seen the South Park episode where they make fun of it?
I don't know.
Where Cartman is a hall monitor.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like dressed
yeah,
up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That is one of the best South Park
I haven't
episodes.
seen it.
Bro, you've got to watch it. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, man.
He's like, Bear Mason, Beth, Bear Mason.
Shout
But
out.
it's the same thing. He'll like, yo, you please don't where's your hall pass at, blah, 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 blah. And then he'll get him on side. It's all right, bro. I care for you, bro. You need a cigarette, bro? It's like, you got to turn your life around, bro.
I do remember seeing that.
so funny. It's
I
so
do.
perfect, man.
I do remember
It's
seeing
so
that one.
perfect.
Dude, I used to
What
watch
an
that
iconic show, though. What an iconic show.
Listen.
He can only bounty hunt like 2 states.
Yeah,
'Cause
Colorado
he's
and
got
Hawaii.
like 16 felonies.
Yeah. Colorado and Hawaii is the only two.
Yeah, one of them's not even really part of the U.S.
Yeah.
One of them's way on out there.
Yeah, I loved it, man. That show was at the height of its popularity when I was on disability from work after I had my car wreck, and I was at home loaded on pain pills, watching Dog the Bounty Hunter because life was great.
Yeah, I bet it was. Living the dream back then.
Yeah, they ran them back to back in the morning on. I think it was on A&E. He was on. Loved it, man. I love that show.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what he was up to now.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, that was back when that that. Let's be honest. We stay honest on this show.
I lie.
That was back when eating pain pills seemed like it was a good idea and fun.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't.
Yeah. Not too long after that.
Yeah, very quickly. I wanted to tell this. We talked about last week. I was going to tell the story about the mystery shopper at Kia.
Yeah. Don't leave them hanging in suspense. It's been a week, Brian.
Yeah, it's been.
We're all dying to hear it.
No, probably not. But
For those who don't know, Brian teased us about this story last week.
I tried.
He did.
I tried. I don't know where it came from.
It'll be hard to top the nip story earlier.
So, I was working at Kia
Okay.
in Athens, and I'd been there maybe a year and a half. I was very successful there. Had a very good sales team around me. My GSM, my general sales manager, was awesome. The owner of the dealership, they were co-owners. There were two of them. They were very good men, and they looked out for me and everybody that worked there. We were like family. And so I was real messed up though on pills, right? And doing my best to hide it from them. And we knew from our staff meetings that there was a very good possibility that we were going to have mystery shoppers come in. Okay. You know what a mystery shopper is, right?
Yeah.
Do you?
What is it?
Yeah. Go ahead with the story.
You have to know. Dude. You have to
There's
know.
people out there that are listening and watching that don't
We
know.
all,
So
obviously, the three of us
let's
know. But
let's
for
tell
those who don't know,
Okay.
fill them in.
I know you know, Derek. A mystery shopper is someone that gets paid to come into a business to pretend to be a shopper, and they are actually watching your every move, everything you say, how you treat them as a customer. Do you meet all their needs? Do you present yourself as, respectful, presentable? Are you modeling what that store wants you to represent? And they actually, I'm pretty sure, have a form that they do, and then they get paid for it.
Yeah, they
Right.
paid for it. It's
Right.
legitimate.
They get paid for it.
A lot of places do that.
Yeah. It's not just for like
Home
dealerships.
Depot, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
And this is what I don't know. I don't know if my boss was the one that hired them to come in and check out his employees. I don't think that's the case. I think it was like a corporate Kia thing, or maybe it was something that had to. I don't know about that. A little cloudy on that, but I do know that they had pretty good idea that there were mystery shoppers that were potentially going to be coming into our store. Okay, so I'm there. When you're in the car business, especially there, this was the best place I've ever worked as far as this goes. When you have someone that pulls up at a car dealership, and like if you're the customer, which I know you've done this multiple times, and you too, Chris, when you pull up, you don't really want to bombard the person as soon as they get out of the car. You want to let them get out, but then you don't want to, like if Chris and I are salesmen and you're pulling up, I don't want to go out and approach you if you've talked to Chris before. You get what I'm saying? So one of the first things I'm going to do in my interaction with you is, I'm going to welcome you to come in. I'm going to tell you who I am, and then I'm going to ask you, is it your first time there, or are you there to see someone specific? Because that's what that's going to do. Two things. It's going to help me get you with the person you're there to see, and it's also going to help me remove myself so I can get ready for the next person.
Not stepping on any toes.
Not stepping on toes, but also not tying myself down for 10, 15 minutes with someone that's already got a salesman in mind, and then I'm missing on the next up, as you call them. All right, so we were real good about that at Kia in Athens. So it's getting close to being okay to take lunch now. It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock, okay? I could have gone at any time, but, you just basically had to let your manager know, hey, I'm finna.
You don't want to go at like 9:15.
No, I have before.
That's pushing it.
I've definitely gone that time before, but I was dope sick, All right, that's the whole point of this story, really. And I was needing to get out of there, sooner rather than later. Had already called up Stank. All right, I had called my partner Stank he probably 5 miles away. All right, he's home. I know it's time for me to go. So I'm like, I'm finna go to lunch. But I kind of knew it was my time to take the next customer. So this older gentleman, I guess in late 50s, and his wife pull up. I'm at the front pad right at the door, and they come walking up, and they're like, hey. And I said, hey, welcome to Bulldog Kia. And I shook their hand, told them who I was. They tell me their names, which I forgot because I'm not focused on them.
Stank.
I'm surprised I didn't call them Stank.
Yeah.
And Miss Stank.
Yeah.
Because that's all I could think about.
Stank. Yeah.
And they're like, and I'm praying that they're there to see somebody else, and they were not. They had not talked to anybody yet, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm trying to kind of do my job, but at the same time, I'm being real honest. I'm just trying to get rid of these people so I could leave and go to lunch because I was sick, and I'm like, what do you got? What you guys here to see? What are you guys here? What are you looking at? What are you thinking about? What you're interested in? Da da da. And that's like, well, I heard that you had a Kia Forte. It was some type of special edition. I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't like a platinum. But let's just say it was a Kia Forte Platinum. We'll say. So I said, I don't think we do, but come on in. And we'll sit down for a minute. We'll see what we can do for you. So I let the lady go in, and the guy's trying to hold the door, and I'm not going to say what I said, but I said, no, you come on in. I couldn't remember the guy's name, so I called him like, come on in, man. It wasn't man, but I was like, come on in, man. And so we go in, we get to my desk, and we're at my desk, and I'm trying to like get this over with, like, and I'm like, we don't have one of them, but when we get one in, I can let you know, and I can have you down here, and we can test drive it. Is it for you? Blah blah blah. I'm asking a few questions, but I'm really not interested in selling this guy a car. I'm just not. I'm trying to leave. Yeah. Got his information, got his phone number, and they left, and I was glad. Mm-hmm. And I left, and a few days later in the sales meeting, my boss comes in and says that we got the lowest score ever from a mystery shopper.
Wow.
Like the lowest score up to that time was like a 70 something, like a mid 70. Y'all, I got like a 40 something. And the man took the word that I used, like, come on in, man. He took that and twisted it around and made it something that it wasn't, and wrote about 2 paragraphs on me being insensitive, unprofessional, lit me up. And the worst part? That Kia Forte Platinum was on the showroom floor. They could have reached out and put their hand on it from my desk.
Are you serious?
The whole time you're saying that you ain't got it?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Because I was oblivious that we had it. God. All I was trying to do, man.
Did they know you were the salesman?
Yes, they knew it was me.
I'm saying that your boss is.
Yes, he knew it was me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey man, called me in. Okay, I'm gonna say this. This was like in February.
Wow.
This was in probably March of 2015 when this happened. In December, in the very beginning of December of 2014, so you're talking about like 3 months before this, I went to my boss, he was the owner of this dealership. I went to him in his office and sat him down, and I said, I need to talk to you. He's like, what's going on? I said, man, I've got a really, really bad problem. And he said, you tell me what we need to do to help you. And I said, I need to go to detox. He said, I'm going to make it happen. You're not going to lose your desk. You're not going to lose your position here. You're not going to lose anything. Your family. Go get yourself taken care of and come back, and we'll be waiting on you. How long do you need? I said, I probably need to be gone like 30 days. I was on methadone. So I knew it was fixing to be a long, hard ride. So he let me take off for a whole month. Okay, I came back to work at I think the end of December, maybe the 1st of January. So you're talking like 2 months later. I'm already back on it again. Okay, I'm already doing that thing again, and he calls me in his office, and he was so polite, man. He was so compassionate. He was like, Brian, this is not you. This isn't you. You would never do this. Like, what's going on? And I'm like, I mean, I guess it was just a bad day. You know, I was not wanting to admit what was really going on.
Yeah.
And him and the other owner were sitting there trying their best to help me. Like, they're trying to get me to the finish line. And I was like, no, man. And this is a little more serious conversation that we're having right here. This is not a funny joking time, but I just remember, and I know he'll never watch this. But so I'm not saying this because I think he's going to watch it. I'm saying this because it's the truth. They were both very, very compassionate about where I was in life, and they were such good men, and they were continuing to try to get me to the finish line, and I would not budge. I was like, no, he's like, I know you got a lot going on at home. I know you and your wife are having problems. I know you got 2 small children, and I kept saying, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. And they thought, well, obviously we know you had some problems back in December, and I'm like, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. And then finally, one of them had kind of had enough. He goes, hey, man, we can drug test you at any time. And I said, oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, man. No, bro, I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. I'm using again.
Yeah. Wow.
And that dude asked me, he said, what do we need to do? And I said, man, you need to fire me and not look back.
Hey.
I said, that's what you need to do. You need to fire me.
Good for your honesty.
I was serious.
Because you knew you weren't stopping.
And I said, you need to fire me and don't look back. He said, I'm not about to do that to you.
Wow.
Do you need to take another 30 days? And I said, yeah. Best job I've ever had in my life, bro.
Because of the way they treated you.
The way they treated me, this was like, at that point in time, this was the best job I'd ever had in my life. Financially, emotionally, the support, the men. There were about 11 salesmen at that store, and I think 5 of them were deacons in their church, very active in them. Like one of the owners was the bass player in the praise band in his church. It was an amazing group of men up there, man. They had assembled at that one time, and he was like, "I'm not about to do that. Your family. Take another 30 days and come back." He said, "But you're going to have to be clean when you come back." And I said, "No problem." And in my mind, my head had me thinking, I've got a free pass to go get high for the next 25 days.
And then stop, yeah.
And then I'll stop, and I'll come back to this gravy job, and I never could go back because I never could get clean again.
Dang.
It's sick, bro. Yeah, I have a very similar story. Same thing, basically. Same employer, good. We've had this happen before. You know what I'm saying? Brings me out. A bunch of money's missing. Hey, listen. We know something's happened. Bro, it's not me. It's not me. Yeah. We're finna have to get the cops involved. It's me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the same kind of thing.
Yep.
You know, hey, listen, you can start paying it back. Just get you some help. You know, just ruined it. Just no ability to do anything different yet.
That's
you know what I mean? Just no ability to even do anything. That's just how sick it is, man. That's just how sick it is.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I dropped the ball on that mystery shopper.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
You jacked that one up.
Yeah. Hey, there was something good that came out of that, though. I will say, no one that will ever work at Bulldog Key again ever has to worry about having the lowest mystery shopper score.
I tank this one for you, Joey.
Hey, listen, Robert, you guys don't have to worry, brother. James, y'all are good.
Don't even think twice.
If they got your picture sitting there with your thumbs up.
Thumbs down. Thumbs down.
No.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, way to end on a positive note. Listen, thank you all so much yet again for tuning in. You know, now that we don't live like that anymore, we're gonna enjoy Thanksgiving with our families.
Yes,
week.
man.
We don't live like that. We don't do that kind of stuff anymore, and thank God that we do not.
And be like the fifth for you, fourth for me,
something like that.
Something like that we'll be enjoying it with our families, man.
Yeah, I got
God for
September's
recovery,
my
man.
6th Thanksgiving.
Say it, Derek. Say it. He's fixing to admit that he did not know what a mystery shopper was.
No. I got a quick question.
Oh, we already knew that.
Where do y'all reckon the closest red light is I could pull up to?
gonna want you to take him on the bike.
We're just riding around with him on the back of the bike.
He wants you to get behind somebody smoking.
Just
Slow down, Chris. Slow down, Chris.
Get a little bit closer, though. Get a little bit closer.
In all seriousness, though, I think it's been like 100.
It's been a minute.
My quit day was July 9th.
Which is incredible.
July 9th. It's
And you
incredible.
smoked for how long, Derek?
34 years.
34 years.
Just stop.
Yeah, so it's and I had help with with the Shantix, whatever the generic brand, obviously. The generic.
No, we know you're a cheap bastard. We didn't think you was paying for name brand drugs. We sure as hell didn't think that. Don't worry. That was never a thought,
I
Derek.
got good insurance, but not that good.
Let's be real.
I ain't got them rich folks cigarettes. I'm already smoking Marlboros.
In all seriousness, though, it's good to wake up and be able to breathe a little better now.
July the 9th.
Yeah, July 9th.
I'm going to tell you something.
Congratulations.
We were talking about door dashing earlier, talking about how I used to be out late, doing that, and I'd come home, and then there'd be Saturdays and Sundays I'd drive home, and I'd pull up, and a lot of times you were out there under the carport, man, hanging out of the truck, puffing one down, man. And I want you to know, bro, I am so proud of you.
I appreciate it.
When I pull up now,
definitely.
when I pull up now, it's not like I was ever like, dang, Derek's gonna be out there smoking. But it was just what and now it's not that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even if it's like not a bother, like nothing you want to like look down
Proud
on, when you.
is
Yeah,
an understatement.
you should definitely be proud,
Yeah,
and,
man.
like that is a hell of an accomplishment. I've still yet to quit tobacco. It's
It ain't an easy thing to do.
No.
Kids are obviously super stoked. I told them if
Yeah.
I can quit till I'm 71, I'm gonna start back.
That's fair.
Sure.
71.
Sure.
If I can let me go 20 years without smoking. And I can start
That's
back
fair.
on.
Go for it. You
Yeah.
still be working 6 jobs at 71.
Yeah.
Y'all sell cigars at the liquor store?
Yeah.
Good ones.
They say they're good. Yeah.
I'm finna come see you Friday.
Yeah.
I got to get some. I'm not gonna be here Friday.
Nope.
I got to get some for the trip. We're going on the.
They'll take care of you. They'll take care of you.
You gonna be out there tomorrow?
I'll
You
be-
go out there with me? I don't want to go in like liquor store by myself.
Yeah, I'll go with you. Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow, but that's fine. We'll
Can
figure
he
something
ride
out.
on the back of the bike?
Yeah, we'll go out there right now.
Will you smoke a cigarette?
I'm gonna get a cigar. I want to get some cigars for
there.
the trip.
I'll
for
be
the
there.
Guys. Some cigars for the guys. Again, Thanksgiving coming up this Thursday. Y'all have a wonderful
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Hopefully you are going to get to see family and eat a lot of food and just what is that, Lacey? What does that mean? Sit around and get all fat and sassy. Enjoy it. Thank you for tuning in yet again. As always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash the like button. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Thank you to Buckeye Preferred Services for their continued support of all of our podcast adventures. And with that,
That was
a door?
perfect timing.
is that a DoorDash?
That
Take
is.
it. Take it and run, Brian. Get your money.
Get it. What they gonna pay you? What they gonna pay you? How far is it?
$6.50 for 11.6 miles.
Oh, that's right on that cusp right there. That's
That
that's
is
a close
not.
one.
That's decline.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see y'all in the next one. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving. We'll see y'all next week.
Happy
Peace.
Thanksgiving.